There's a lot to be excited about in Kitchener Waterloo, whether it's our technology sector, whether it's population growth, the incredible returns investors are seeing. We're going to look at some of those things today and check out some of the sights and sounds. One of the things investors should look at with respect to Kitchener Waterloo is population growth. Simply put, we're growing at a rapid rate. In the first 10 months of 2021, Ontario saw over 150,000 new permanent residents settle, many of whom were in Kitchener Waterloo. Looking ahead, between now and the year 2051, the region is expected to grow by over 360,000 new residents. Today, there isn't housing for any of those people, which means we have to build and build lots. Today's prices, with rising material costs, construction costs, and land costs, are much better than what we'll see in the future years when that 360,000 people settle. So today's investor can take advantage of today's prices and really benefit from that population growth. Investors should also really pay attention to the growing technology sector here in Kitchener Waterloo. Whether they focus on Google tripling the size of both its physical space and its workforce, or you look at local success stories like D2L, which recently IPO'd, Vidyard, Myovision, growing companies like Christie Digital, or any of the 500 plus tech startups that are growing and starting to thrive here. Simply put, it's a hotbed of talent, it's a great success story, and investors can participate in that by buying now. Local investors and investors from the GTA alike are really benefiting from a strong level of relative affordability here in Kitchener Waterloo. We're hearing stories from investors that are tired of paying $1,500, $1,600, $1,800 a square foot in some cases in Toronto, and they're shocked to learn that they can buy in a hotbed like Kitchener Waterloo for prices well below $1,000 a square foot. As we see more people exit the larger cities and more investors from those large cities come here to Kitchener Waterloo, investors that can lock in today by purchasing from some of our amazing local developers are really going to do wonders for their portfolio, and we expect them to do and gain incredible return on their investments. One of the major reasons that our investors are so excited about continuing to invest in Waterloo region is the success that we've seen. Looking at the appreciation in apartment-style condos from December of 2020 to December of 2021, we saw units grow in value by over 30%. Those returns are incredible. If you look at a pre-construction investment that gains by 6 or even 7%, considering that you're only using a deposit to secure that unit, you're still going to see gains of greater than 50% on your actual money invested on each year. If you look at people that close on a unit, rent it out, in that same market growing 5 to 6%, you're gonna see returns of 30, 35%, maybe even a little bit more. There are not, to my knowledge, many investments out there that are gonna yield that 30 or 40 or 50% return. And to me, that makes this an incredible opportunity and a great place to invest. In his book from 2000, Malcolm Gladwell presented a concept called the tipping point. And what he referred to the tipping point as was when something reached a critical mass or a boiling point. And I like to think of that as something becoming something else. And I really think that's where we are here with Kitchener Waterloo. If you look at our technology sector growing rapidly, the population growth that we have projected for the coming years, the infrastructure with the LRT that's here, we are a great city and a growing city, but I think Kitchener Waterloo is on the verge of becoming a world-class city if it isn't already. Someone investing today can get in before that tipping point fully occurs and stands to lock in an incredible profit as the region continues to grow and gain international recognition. A major factor that investors should pay attention to when looking at a market are the dynamics of supply and demand. Examples of that would be a recent development which launched 85 units and saw over 2,500 people registered to buy. Another development which released only 10 units saw 1,500 people register for the opportunity to purchase. There are way too many buyers and not enough units, which if you're an investor and you have access, sets you up for success. If you know someone that has access in a market so starved for supply, I suggest that you purchase because you'll be one of the few that can cash in, lock in great prices while everyone else is waiting. If you do know someone with access, make that call and purchase, and if you don't, I encourage you to reach out to one of our condo culture representatives or to myself, and we can talk to you about how you too can enter such a strong market.